Hi, it's Liz. You have to excuse my voice. I have laryngitis, but I've actually had laryngitis for probably at least 6 weeks. So there's really no point in waiting for it to end to make a video, because when I lose my voice, I tend to lose it for a long time because, frankly, I never shut up. So what I'm making a video today is of my very first mini album. And I never made a mini album before, short of a traditional like 8x8 scrapbook album, just because I find them to be rather intimidating. I find the use of chipboard really intimidating and scary, like cutting the paper to match the shape of the chipboard. If you watch my other videos, you'll know I've expressed my lack of talent with a pair of scissors. Well, it's really bad with a craft knife. So, and then I think too that something that intimidates me is they're really beautiful. And I've watched hundreds of hours of videos on YouTube of people's mini albums, but they're so jammed full of ephemera that you can't close them. I mean, there are some that are open, 60 degrees. And so I decided to go ahead and try it and see what happened. And I really had a good time with it. I'm fairly happy with the results. I did a Christmas one just because I recently bought a bunch of Christmas stuff on clearance at Michael's. So I figured, what the heck? And I don't really know what I'm going to do with this album. I didn't take any pictures this year at Christmas, but next year we're talking about possibly spending it at the happiest place on earth, so then I would have a good excuse to put my Disney Christmas pictures. The title is Memories Never Melt, and it's actually inspired by this paper pad, which is called Memories Never Melt, and I actually cut that title right out of one of the pages. And then the other papers that I used to complement that were actually from this K & Company Christmas pad. Susan Wingate, I don't know, Wingate, maybe she's French. And then a few loose papers from my stash. So for the cover, it's pretty simple. I did 2-poinsettias. To make them look like they had snow, I took tacky glue, Eileen's tacky glue, and I put opaque embossing powder, and then I just heated it just enough for it to get kind of slick, because I wanted that powdered look to still remain, and I didn't really bother removing the loose powder before I heated it, because I wanted it to kind of look like snow. I ended up adding the leaves as an afterthought, so they don't have the snow on them, but I don't know. I still think it looks kind of cool. I just put some tulle. God knows I have yards of tulle left over from my Christmas ornament thing, and then I just hung some Christmas balls. These were like $1 for both these at Michael's. So, okay, so I'm going to try to manipulate the camera here to show you my album. The camera is a little wonky, so here we go. So the first page, see if I can get them both in here. Good enough. I've just cut these mittens out of the paper, and I made a pocket here. Of course, you have plenty of room there, just 2 little tags. I've made the mittens swivel there. And then on this side, there's just a simple tag tucked in behind, and then, of course, there's room right there to tuck. So, pretty simple. As you can see, or maybe you can't, I just painted the chipboard before I put the embellishments on, instead of having to worry about cutting the paper to size. I was just too chicken to deal with that. So the next page, so there's this page here, and I just made a couple of simple little tags, and I just cut most of these little things out of the paper just because they're so cute, this particular paper pad. And then over here is just a piece of plastic that I dry embossed, and I put glitter embossing and a pearl on the paper clip, and camera, and there's just, I left this one plain. And then I just stuck a photo mat on the back just to give it some color. Ooh. Okay, I guess we're going to sit up on an angle now, but that's fine. So this little snowman opens up, and there's room for pictures there, and then this pulls out here, and it opens up like that. I honestly think that was the most fun about making the mini album, was just kind of coming up with like little pockets and ways to hide things and stuff. I thought that was pretty fun. So this excuse me, this paper is actually different paper. I had this left over from, I want to say last year Christmas, but it may have been the year before. A friend and I made a whole bunch of Christmas cards. And I had a couple sheets of really nice cardstock that I just really hadn't used. And so I thought, what the heck, it's really beautiful. So behind here is just a little photo mat. And this lifts up here, and this lifts up here. And then I have this little tiny poinsettia tag, and this is just cut from that same piece of cardstock. This here, I think, is a piece of basic gray. I think that might be the wassail from a while back, actually. Excuse me. So over here I have a holly that I cut from the paper, and just a little tag that I stuck on there, and then of course this lifts up here. I used stickles for the first time. That was kind of fun. I think this one might be my favorite page. So you have this little guy that comes out. I put a lot of perfect pearls. I make my own perfect pearls mist or whatever. Glimmer mist, I don't know what you want to call it. And I just drench this poor little card in that. And then this, I don't think you can really see the effect on the camera, but it has, I sprayed the Perfect Pearls mist that I had made, which is just water, white ink, like this. It's this one. Snow cap. And then the pearl, Perfect Pearl. Anyway, I sprayed it, and then I took a paper and wrinkled it up, and I blotted it, and it has like a frosted look. Like it looks like ice has kind of formed over it. So if you can't see it on the camera, I feel bad, because it's actually pretty cool. There's just hearts on the back. And then that tag holds this little file folder shut. I actually bought some of these little file folders from, I got them from scrapbook.com. And it was actually this one here. And then I just covered it with Christmas paper from that K & Company pack. And this little present's just a K & Company embellishment that I had. And then behind here is this little shimmery snowflake tag that I just thought was so cute. Okay, so this page, I just love this little trim. It just reminds me of my childhood so much. I had pink curtains, and they had like pink little jewels like that on the bottom, and yes, it was the 70s. Behind the no peeking pocket, I just made two tiny little Christmas cards. This one says love, peace, and joy, and this one just says Merry Christmas. It's really bright, I'm sorry. My camera's actually attached to my lamp. So, And then I just stuck like a tiny little photo mat back there. I just, K & Company paper, so cute. That K & Company paper, I don't normally get K & Company because, you know, I'm an educator. And it's a $30 pad of paper, and it was on clearance for $8.99 after Christmas. So you know I was buying that. And then on this side, to kind of continue the little presents theme, I just made a little tag. And then this I thought was cute. It had like the calendar. This is from a DC, no, I lie. It's a Recollections stack, one of those stacks. It has like different pages for every time of year. And I just thought the calendar's cute, and I just wrapped it around the tag. Not a lot of work there. And then here's just 3 little scallop circles that I embellished, and they tuck right into a little present. And then the back is just a piece of the paper with our little snowman friend again. So there you have it. It's my first mini. It's a Christmas mini. It really didn't cost me very much to make. Honestly, the thing that I spent the most money on was the perfect pearls that I used to glitify everything. That's, you know, I already had that, but that's not cheap. I mean, that's probably the most expensive stuff I own supply-wise. Is probably my perfect pearl, whatever they are, powders. But I admit that I'm cheap, but every now and then I lay it down, you know? So anyway, that's my mini. I know I went kind of fast. I think it's fairly simple, and as you can see, it's really not very fat. I didn't put a closure on it because it closes. The only thing is it doesn't stand straight up because of the snowflake ornament that I put on there, but you can open it like that and kind of prop it up if you wanted to. Anyway, woo! Thanks for watching.